prison. That is in the cell also. He said he came back from service, a short service, and police came and arrested some people in their hostel. Is he a student then? I think he's doing his masters also. Then also. That some people were having issues, so they reported to police. So police just came and arrested anybody they saw. So I have to summarize my preaching fast to go to the cell. When I go to the cell, I have to call my discipler because I never know anything about cell, how to handle issues. So I called him. He left everything he was doing and came to the cell. And then he demanded a release of the boy, of the brother. So they were like, they should bail. They should bring money for bail. He told them that bail is free. That he's not bringing any kobo. In fact, we stood there. If you see the amount they first of all called for bail, he said never. That bail is free. We stood there for a long time. And at the end of the day, they started apologizing to him. They released the young man without cover. And they came and apologized. I just compared what he did with what I would have done. Because I know that when they say bring money for bail, I will start running around. You know, and even when you will bring the money safe, they will be doing a yanga. But he stood and he was insisting. He was insisting that they should release him. That he didn't do anything for them to arrest him. And he did not do anything that they should release him. And bail is free. At the end of the day, I saw patience. Are you getting me? I can't, I know that I will not be able to just be there like that. We spend time there. But at the end of the day, they have to come to start apologizing to him. Even at the point of releasing the young man. So I used to hear patience, but that day I did what? I saw it. I'm not forgetting about that event. But you may have forgotten even the message you preach on patience. We are forgetting all of them. But the patience you saw is not easy to forget. Are you following me? That's why if you return back to the first principle, if you don't have discipleship exposure, if you have not seen, you will not be able to have something to pass on to others. Amen. That's why if you look at that scripture where he chose look at that Mark chapter 3, where he chose them. After choosing them, he took them to the house. Mark 3. Somebody read for us quickly from verse 13 to 17. Mm-hmm.
And to have power to heal sicknesses and to cast out devils. And Simon his son named Peter, and James the son of Zebedee, and John the brother of James, and his son named them Boanerges, Philip the sons of Thunder, and Andrew, and Philip, and Bartholomew, and Matthew, and Thomas, and James the son of Alphaeus, and Thaddeus, and Simon the Canaanite, and Judas Iscariot, which also betrayed him. And they went into an house.
One brother, one of the disciples, called me and told me that he want to come to my house and spend some days. I already know he's looking for discipleship, not discipleship class. I think we have understood the difference between discipleship and discipleship class now. Discipleship class is where we share the theories of discipleship. Why the real discipleship is where we do the practical. So this brother said, I've been in theory class for a long. I want to come for practical. So I welcomed him. He spent 25 days in my house. At the end of 25 days, I asked him to write down the lessons that he has observed, he learned. The number one lesson there was that he observed that I am many times busier than him, yet I was still consistent with my quiet time. Oh, I didn't know that he was checking my quiet time note, which I used to leave in the table in the parlor. And he said that struck him, because he himself used to give excuse and say, well, one is somehow busy, you know now, somehow, as a mother per se, we can be somehow busy someday and then you miss some time. But he said he noticed that despite all that I was doing, that I was maintaining, see, that thing was a slap on his face. He knocked off inconsistency in quiet time from his life. One knock. You can preach against inconsistency in quiet time several times, and after some time, maybe after the preaching for that week, what happened? That's what we normally do. Within that week, you are just, they say, such kind of thing happen with preaching and teaching. Like now, if we teach on evangelism, after that teaching on evangelism, what will happen for that month? You just become evangelical. But if you begin to follow on evangelism every day and you see consistency, it will knock off inconsistency in evangelism from your life for the rest of your life. Are you getting what I'm talking about? Just like we see, when you read theory or you are taught theory, you will remember it for a while. But after a while, you do what? The impact of theories is there, but it doesn't last with you. The thing that lasts with you till your death is what you saw. Are you getting that? That picture you saw. One day I decided to make an impact. I just deliberately decided to make an impact in the life of a brother. So I was going to preach over the weekend in a place. So I told him, you are following me. And so he followed. I didn't even know, because I was just led by the Spirit to take him. I didn't even know that the Spirit has planned to start. Some of those things are not planned. They are not planned. You as a discipler, you are just living your normal life. You are not trying to create a special scenario to teach the disciple. No. You are just living your normal life. Like if you come to be in my house, for example, or come to be with me, I will not use because you come and change my normal routine. I will just be living my normal life. Then you will now be picking what you want to pick. Are you getting that? So that day, two of us went to we are going together. So where we are about to take off from, I said just pray for 5 minutes. And I was planning to go to the program I want to go to Onitsha first before I go to the place. So I said, let's just pray for 5 minutes and all of that. So we started 5 minutes. As we are still praying for that 5 minutes, I heard the Spirit of God said, going to Onitsha is cancelled. You are going to the program straight. And you are going to use the same time you will go to Onitsha to pray here now. So I heard it. The brother did not hear it. The brother, what he has in mind is that he's still so, and I don't need to stop in prayer to tell him. So we continued praying for about 2 hours or so. I don't know how many times he collapsed. The brother collapsed, lie down. Yeah, but you know there is two types of collapse. There is partial collapse and there is total collapse. When if somebody is praying and you now lie down flat and sleep carry you, what is that one? Praise the Lord. So that exposure, two of us were together during that program. Two of us were together. I know both the message that he was listening to and the one that, because we kept on, until that kind of being with the impact it leaves on your life. You cannot get it in 1 year teaching, listening and teaching. I'm telling you this, especially for some of you that are brothers, because you don't expect me to tell you, hey, you are following me to go and preach. No, I don't do that. I may do that, but you need to understand something. One thing you need to understand is that disciples are scarce. True of us. I mean the real one. Now, when I was being discipled, they are scarcer. That is, they are more scarce then than now. So you can imagine the number of us that are around our discipler. So what I do is to shake his program. When I check his program, I discover that for this weekend he's going to be in Ekulobia. I will cancel my program for that weekend and join him. I shake his diary from time to time to discover where he is going. Then I will leave where I am to join him, to attach myself to him together with others. Even though there are some fringe benefits we normally gain. One of them is that he doesn't take sugar. So all the juice and all the things that we are giving to him, we consume them. So that one is a fringe. That's not what is driving me, but it's also inside. I call it fringe benefits, some small benefits. Amen. I was deliberate about what I am pursuing it. I was active about it. It's not what we are seeing these days. Somebody will just come and say, be my discipler, and that's all. Then anytime they said, who is your discipler? Bro, CHIDI UDEZE. Write your discipler, you will feel my name. Some people, I think, just like that, some years ago, they went to a particular program and they asked them to write, if you are feeling your discipler is in the form. So they were writing my name. So I learned that they called them. They were telling me when they came back. They come and say, who is this CHIDI UDEZE? All of you are writing. And many of them could not describe who I am. In fact, they couldn't. And because they couldn't, I believe I'm not there. But I sense because they couldn't describe me well, they began to assign them disciples there. Say, this is your discipler. So they came back and they are telling me that they have been assigned disciples. So I now told them, if you want to go to your newly assigned discipler, you are free. If you want to continue to be discipled here, you can remain. I have to keep in a discipleship for some time. Including people that are opposing you. They don't believe that you are a discipler unless you join or align yourself with their own discipleship. Some of you know what I'm talking about. They don't believe, except you have an alignment with their own discipleship. They don't believe. So, but I don't have case or problem with such people, because what are you going to have with them? Are you serving them? Are you serving them? It's the one that called you that you have something to do with. Praise the Lord. So, this principle is very, very serious about discipleship. Incarnation. The word made flesh. You see it. You see it. And when you see it, it break a lot of things from your life. I want to read John 19. Somebody help us read verse 25 to 27. Uh-huh. And from that hour, that disciple took her unto his own home. Did you see that? From that hour, that disciple took her unto his own home. Who did he took? The mother of Jesus. Why? Why did he have to take a whole woman that has her own home? I hope you know that it's not only Jesus that she gave birth to. Who will be cooking for James and other people? Eh? Why? This one is why will he have to do that? Should have gone to her home to disciple her. Of course, you need to know that John first of all understood what Jesus is talking about. Eh? I said somewhere, somebody began to ask questions around it. Mary, the mother of Jesus, from the time the angel met her, she believed in Christ, actually. But the truth is that she was not committed to follow Christ as a disciple. She believed that her son is not an ordinary son. She has seen a lot of things about him. Before conception, after conception, and all of that. So she believes. But she is not committed to follow him as a disciple. Are you getting that? Now, it was at the foot of the cross that, in fact, at the point of dying, crucifixion of Christ, that she surrendered. She saw, even the soldiers that were there, when they saw all that happened, what did they do? They said, truly, this one is the Son of God. So Mary surrendered completely. And by the time she surrendered, the Lord Jesus Christ, who would have discipled him, is already going. I hope you know there are other women that followed Christ. Susanna, David Magdalene, there's another one. Susanna and Salome. Yes, Salome followed, but there's another woman. Wife of Chusa. There's one woman, Susanna and Joanna. Why don't you know Joanna? Joanna, wife of Chusa, Herod's steward. Why is it that Mary, the mother of Jesus, was not there? Are you getting what I'm saying? The Bible said the women were following him as he was going about preaching. Their name was mentioned. If Mary, the mother of Jesus, was there, her name should have been the first. Two of us. But in his lifetime ministry, there was a particular scenario, a particular case where he was preaching somewhere. Then Mary and his brothers and sisters of Christ came, and they were standing outside. They said, please, tell him to summarize that he was saying. There's somebody who wants to take our family land. And he's the Opala, he need to come and talk. And somebody alerted Jesus. Say, your mother and your sisters and your brothers are there waiting for you. There is a family issue, and they needed the Opala to come and put his mouth there. What did Jesus answer? Who is my mother? See, you can't ask that question without doing your face like my own. Who is my mother? Who are my brothers? Who are my sisters? I beg, did you see these people? They are my what? My mother, my brother, my sister. That is an insult and assault on Mary. Two of us. So it shows that she never committed to follow Christ as a disciple. It was at the foot of the cross that she bowed, surrendered. And Jesus said, it's unfortunate that you are repenting when I'm already going. So from now, you still need to be discipled. So I want to hand you over to John because I have discipled him well. So John, behold him, behold her. And John understood immediately that the Lord is talking about what? And he remembered that when they were choosing on the mountain, where were they taken to? Into a house. So he said, Mary, please follow me. And Mary, the mother of Jesus, followed John to his own home. And he now began to disciple her practically. Permit me to summarize by telling you that if you want to be serious about discipleship, your home should be available. We are talking about becoming a discipler, effective one. Your home should be what? Made available. Let me start with the sisters, then I will get to the brothers. Some of the sisters, even before they get married, they have already had a picture of how their home will be. Sisters, am I speaking the truth? I see you already saying, this is how my kitchen will look like. I will arrange it this way. And I will arrange, fridge will be this side. Then, see the way they are doing their hand. I see you organizing the whole thing in your head. I say, I will not want like too much visitors in my home. I want a kind of privacy with me and my husband and my children. It's going to be family thing. I want to warn you that you will not be effective as a discipler if your home is not opened. If you don't like traffic in your home, somebody say traffic. Hey, some of you don't like traffic. When people are much in your home, when you are seeing car, seeing a veranda, when you cause in a kitchen, when you cause on a speaker, most on your toilet. The thing makes you now back a cigar. No. All of you should leave this house. Let me enjoy my home, I beg. See, it is your home that is the habitat of discipleship. That is the environment. That is the lab where you do the practical of discipleship. So if you don't like traffic, you have to pray now in the prayer section. And the prayer is, oh God, please help me to like what? Human traffic in my home. Because your home must be open. And women, your own is worse. Because when a woman don't accept you in the house, you are not accepted. True of us. I don't know the power they have. But the power is enormous. We had a terrible experience. We're in the house of one man of God. We are enjoying the house. And the wife came. The wife was not with him when we were there. So the wife came back. I don't know. The wife did not tell us to go. But all of us just left. She will not tell you to go, but by the time she, you just know that you're not accepted. Even if the man is laughing and say, hey, Feel at home. You know, feel at home. Not it can't happen. Women are powerful. I hail you people. They are powerful. In fact, God has impressed it on my heart that I should start a special training for sisters. I'm looking for a name. I will call the training. Some name has come to my mind. What do you call it? No. I mean, single sisters. Because I have noticed that they are strategic in discipleship. If the home is the habitat of discipleship, and they are the owners of the home, then they should be taken very serious. Because no matter how the brother is ready to accept his spiritual sons and daughters in the home, if the wife doesn't like it, will it work? So, brothers, don't ask for your own special training if you hear that we started for sisters. Your own may be coming, but it may not be as often as their own. And I didn't understand when we are in school why sisters should be going for sisters conference and brothers are not going for brothers conference. You know what I'm talking about? Is as I'm looking into some certain things, I began to notice that women are special gift to humanity. They are special what? Gift to humanity. If the world will be good, it will be lying on their hand. I'm telling you, if every woman is good and they are serious in raising their children, the children will grow to be very good. Because look at me now. I used to be in my house, but I am not always with my children. I try my best to be, but they are more with my wife than with me. Are you getting me? So for my children to have the correct life, that person that they are always with should be able to do what? Impact it. For these 3 days, I've not been in the morning devotion or in the night devotion. It's my wife that is teaching the Bible. This morning, she was teaching the Bible as I was coming out to the children. Are you getting it? So, sisters, don't you think you need a special attention? So maybe we'll have a small meeting to get a name. I've thought of a name. One name enter my mind: Daughters of Divine Glory. It just entered my mind, but I'm not choosing it to DDD. You know. Now, it's serious. The home is where the thing takes place. In fact, after that ugly experience, I began to pray. I said, God, please, the person I will marry, please make her to be somebody that likes traffic. And I thank God that He answered that prayer. He answered. In fact, if there is there are a lot of things that are good about my wife, but the one that is highest is the ability to receive people into the house with joy and make you feel comfortable. That was what I prayed for. God answers prayer. You know, some of you are thinking about marriage. I know them because they know me. But I don't know whether you have thought in this direction. I'm not sure you have. You have not. And I'm happy as I'm talking. You have not thought in this direction. Now, you have to start doing what? Thinking in this direction. Because your discipleship will finish if you marry a sister that said, see, I talk traffic no now. I don't want traffic here. And then you say, but we need to disciple people in the home and all of that. You say, I know that we need, but there is time for everything, I beg. The home is for the family. There can be visitors, but over the man, na beg. You know, there are people that cannot understand that. It's not your relation. It's not anything. And I'm warning some brothers that when they want to marry, anya fadi nilo. Anya fadi nebe. Nilo. If you sisters have sigolazo na discipleship, you will not see them. I don't know how they see. Yeah? Nilo ka anyad. One person now with any foundation in discipleship. So baby do. Is that discipling? Hey. Amen. I think God is talking to some brothers here. Amen. So, the principle of incarnation is very serious in discipleship, and we have to understand that and follow it, because that is what makes discipling effective. And for some of you that I am your discipler, and you are waiting for me to call you and say, come to my house, you will wait till you die. I may call you, I didn't say I will not call you. But what you want, make a request and let it be that the request was turned down. And I tell you, we have never turned anybody down that wanted to come. We tried to include it as part of your training in DITP, I mean this MLDT. You remember we tried to do that? What do we call it? MDA. We are just trying to do that. But if it is that 3 days you are going to come, is that enough? I don't think it is. So please, let's take note of this and take it serious. You know, because I was discipled that way, I felt indebted to disciple others that way. I felt indebted. Bro Chibozo was sharing with me some time ago. He told me that he's so happy now that there is traffic in his house, because he is one of the traffic that used to be in my house. So after being a traffic in my house, he felt indebted. Now that he has his own home, he's now enjoying what? Let me ask your neighbor. Ask your neighbor, tell me, do you really enjoy traffic? Because some of you, as we are talking, you are laughing. You are laughing. I know you are laughing. But what do you do? No. If I can marry, can I stay when? How long? Because the truth is that even though we have passed through many things and we have learned, in those days, I think I have to share this so that you don't make the same mistake that I made. In those days, because of my passion to help disciple people, we accepted, in fact, some brothers will even come. And I remember one particular brother. He wanted to come. I said, brother, my house is already filled. The capacity is filled up. He said he wanted to come. He is a student in the hostel, but he wanted to now come and stay with me. So in those days, somebody want to do IT, he will come to stay with me. Even students that, I would take them thinking that I am doing wonderful thing. But I didn't know that it was not correct. They are staying with me. So, well, I was doing it with my whole heart then. But they themselves did not come really to be discipled. They come to enjoy the feeding. So while they are feeding from us, they still collect pocket money from their people and use it. Are you getting it? They are not paying house rent. They are supposed to be paying house rent as students. So they will still collect house rent, collect pocket money and all of that, and they will be using it to. I remember one terrible brother. He's a terrible brother. He even have milk and tea, personal one. We didn't know. It's just that you notice that when you go to toilet, you will be smelling everywhere, you know. So we now discover that this brother is taking milk. You know, we saw things in those days. And I tell you, I don't know how many of those brothers that are still in discipleship now. Because they are not there. And you see, they were gossiping with us. Oh. Gossiping. Immediate gossip. When they enter into the brother's room, they will begin to gossip. That's where I know that brothers can gossip. They say, how do you see the way brother talked to you this evening during the night devotion? Say, I don't know. I didn't know that you saw it too. I didn't know. I was thinking that it's only me that the way he talked to. And then the third person will say, this one is small now. This is what they are doing. One day my wife, women are sensitive. They can sense something without knowing what they are sensing. They can sense danger without knowing the particular danger. So she was sensing that something is going on in this room. But she don't know what is that. So from time to time she goes there to pray. So one day she just went there and prayed. After praying, one of the brothers ran out of the house. That day he ran. Also. Something happened, he just ran. One of the brothers that came, it's not everybody that is bad, but some people that are bad can corrupt good manner. So this one was not bad, but as they continued gossiping, they spoiled his heart. You know what he told me one day? He said, anytime I see you in this house, I'm not happy. Yes, in my own house. He said, when I see you, I get sad. It wasn't long when he said that. He said he want to go. I said, go now. Honestly, I didn't understand what is going on. I don't even know that they are gossiping. It was later, one brother came to stay with them. He is supposed to stay 1 month, but he didn't complete that time. He ran. So later I was asking him, why did you say, brother, the thing that is going on in that brother's room, I cannot contain it. That's why I ran. I said, what is it that's going on? He was the first person that, I said, what is it? He said, the way they gossip in that room. Hey, he now opened up and then told me the particular person that was the generator. By then they have all left, but they left, in a very bad way. So I have to call that same brother. I said, look at what I heard that you people are doing in my house when you are there. Is that true? He said yes. But he didn't know that it's bad. That it's just that he couldn't contain the thought in his heart. So you need to share the thought with somebody. How do you see this thing that the brother said or did? How do you, it's like a good question. How do you see it? Is it this one you're talking about? If you know what he did the other day, and they start talking. It's a very bad experience for me. But now I have learned. It's good that you make mistakes so that you learn. Now, I now know that if anybody is coming to my house, you are coming for what? For discipleship. If you need accommodation where you're going to stay as a student, we will help you find one. If you want to do IT in Enugu, don't aim my house. because we will not accept you. We will help you find a house in Enugu where you will do IT. But when you want to, come for discipleship, the only thing that will be in your head is what? I've come to learn. That's the only thing. It's not for you to use the house as accommodation. Eh? Ototo ikwado jewele IT or jewele school. Mgbere bata lienni. Ototo jewele mbagi. When you are there, you are going to be with, I don't know. You see that the people that were with Jesus, that they even stopped school. Those who are schooling, those who are busy, they stopped everything to do what? So if you are saying, "No, my house, neje IT, neje school, they enjoy accommodation, they enjoy food." When you are ready for discipleship, a man of discipleship keep again KBR. That is making what we are doing now to be very qualitative than that kind of thing we did before. But it's good we did it so that we make that mistake and learn. Amen. All right. Any question before we pray? You have a question? Any other question? Number 2. Any other person? I want to take, because no person will ask question when we others start asking. Okay. I'm closing the line. Yes. So your problem is that I don't know this before now. Okay?
I'm very, very well aware. Because I know I've tried when I was a student of the make up time. I know I told you so many times I'll come, but I couldn't because of some challenges I was facing there. And now I'm no longer around, but that's not my plan.
And you are thinking that now you will have more time than when you are there. Look at this sister. Just look at this sister. When you are a student in school in the same town where I am, the same town, Oka. You don't have time during school days, during holidays, you don't also have time. Now it is now that you are now working that you will now have time. Let's clap for her. So, you know what you are going to do? As you came for this weekend, this is a contact. That one is also what? A contact. So make it a contact. Number 2. Hallelujah.
So please, I don't know. Is it that the things that I expected to be learned, observed? Because there are some things I hear that, and let us say to some extent that thing is true, that a man has his own weaknesses. So those weaknesses, don't they have a negative impact on the people observing you? Okay. The weaknesses of a man, don't they have a negative impact on the person observing him?
If you wait to be like Christ exactly before you start making people disciples, you will never make one disciple till you die. Yeah? Are you getting me? So, what you call weakness in a man I don't really understand. Maybe weakness in character and something like that. Uh-huh. Every serious discipler knows his weakness. And he is working to make sure that those weaknesses. That's why Paul said, I press on. I'm not already perfected, but I press on towards the mark. Then the same epistle. Okay, let's check it. Philippians 3. Look at verse 12 and 13 and 14. Read it fast.
I don't mean to say I am perfect. I haven't learned all I should yet. But I keep working toward that day when I will finally be all that Christ saved me for and wants me to be. No, dear brothers, I am still not all I should be, but I am bringing all my energies to bear on this one thing, forgetting the past and looking forward to what lies ahead. I strive to reach the end of the race and to see the prize in which God is calling us up to heaven because of what Christ has did for us.
Okay. Can you also read 4:9? 4:9.
4 verse 9. Keep putting into practice all you learned from me and saw me doing, and the God of peace will be with you.
Keep putting into practice what you learned from me and what you did what? You saw me doing. What you learned from me and what you did what? You saw me doing. And what will happen? Let me combine the two scriptures. Even though I'm not perfect, but if you put into practice what you saw me doing, God will be with you. Are you getting it? That's a discipler. He is not yet perfected, but he's working towards perfection. And because he is sincere, even those things you are seeing as weakness and imperfection, he doesn't want them, but he's working towards, terminating them. Are you getting it? And so, except somebody who is not sincere, and I don't think somebody who is not sincere should be called a discipler. Are you getting me? Okay, I think we can pray now. You want to ask a question? Okay.
Praise God. Like our own problem here in school, as in the time, as in we don't really have that kind of time to maybe to come out for like this being with the disciple. So I want you to give me an advice, because like what we are experiencing now, from Monday till Saturday we are almost engaged, and even in the morning you're expecting to, after your days in the class, you're expected to be in the clinic or in the labor ward, to see things around, know what they are doing, all those things. So I want you to give me an advice how I can be able to fix out time.
Okay. I went to preach at College of Health Science. That's your school. And after the meeting, I was talking with one of the medical students that was in final year, Bro GK in particular. So I was trying to, I told him that I learned that medical students and all this, that they don't have time. Their time is choked up. So I now asked him, I hope that also restricts them from committing sin. That I hope they will not have time to commit sin too. He shouted and said that they are the one that commits most. I don't know about your school, but that was what he told me about. that they bring out time. Give sin time to commit it. So I was surprised. He said, no, that they are most corrupt. I don't know about your school, but you know better. So, just like I answered there, were you able to come for this contact? Then make out time for that kind of contact. just as you have been making time for this contact, make out time for that contact. I think I answered wisely. Because you are here. Are you not here? Or your heart is not here? So, what you will do is, you try as much as possible. As much as possible. And then remember, you're going to graduate. The moment you graduate, take advantage of that period very well. Use it very well. Because if you don't, the next thing you will get a job. And they will tie you the second time. The job may even tie you more than school. So, let us pray. I want you to begin to respond to him who is leading us in prayer.